Moving to next topic is limitations of dimensional analysis. So these points provide an overall perspective about the limitations of dimensional analysis. First point is cannot find the numerical constants, that is numerical constant is including 2 pi, 1 by 2 or 2 in a given relationship. It cannot distinguish if the quantity is having same dimensions. As mentioned, work, energy, torque, movement, all of them are having same dimensional formula, but effect wise they are different. Dimensional analysis cannot derive a trigonometric relationship. So for a simple harmonic motion, if y is given by y capital Y into sine of omega t, so inclusion of trigonometric terms cannot be done with the dimensional analysis. Next is cannot derive the exponential or logarithmic relations. That is, if the equation is containing e power x or log x term, then in dimensional analysis it is difficult to predict. Dimensional analysis cannot even predict the positive or negative sign. Positive or negative sign in case of g, that is acceleration due to gravity, is going to define the direction, as it is very essential. Next point is cannot derive the equations which are having many variables. Dimensional analysis may give the dimensionally correct relation, but that doesn't mean the equation formed is physically correct. Even this is also one of the limitations. It cannot explain the physical phenomena or experimental behavior. So these were the limitations of dimensional analysis. Moving to next topic, measurement. Measurement is the process of comparing an unknown quantity with a standard unit. Next is error. Error is the difference between measured value and the true accepted value of a physical quantity. It's the deviation between the measured value and the true value. Errors may occur due to faulty instruments, human mistakes, environmental conditions, incorrect observation, improper calibration. Types of errors: gross errors or human errors. These are caused by the mistakes of an observer. Example could be reading the wrong scale, incorrect reading, wrong calculation, careless observation, reduction, etc. Next is systematic errors. These errors occur repeatedly in the same direction. They are predictable. They include instrumental errors, the errors caused by defective or improperly calibrated instrument. Example would be a ruler whose 0 mark is worn out. Next is environmental errors. These are caused by the environmental conditions. Example could be temperature, pressure, humidity, magnetic field, etc. Observational errors. These are caused by the observer. Example could be parallax error. Next is personal errors. These are caused due to improper handling or incorrect judgments. Random errors. Random errors occur due to unpredictable variations. Example could be small fluctuations in temperature, electricity, human reaction time. Random errors could be positive or negative. So when we are dealing with random errors, several readings are required and they are averaged out. The average is taken out of all those readings. Next is accuracy and precision. Accuracy is closeness of a measured value to the true value. Precision is closeness of repeated number of measurements to each other. Difference between accuracy and precision is accuracy is close to true value. It is close to each other. Accuracy indicates correctness. Precision indicates consistency, repetition. Accuracy depends on systematic errors. Precision depends on random errors. Random errors, they could be positive or negative. Those are caused with the fluctuations in the temperature or in the electricity. Next is absolute error. Absolute error is the difference of measured value and the true value. Xm is the mean value or measured value, and xt is true value. Mean absolute error is for the several observations that has been taken. Xi stands for individual observation and X bar stands for mean observation. Next is relative error. Relative error is the ratio of absolute error to the true or mean value. Next is percentage error. Percentage error is the relative error expressed in terms of percentage. Significant figures are the digits that convey meaningful precision in the measurement. Example, let's say 12.5 is a number. Significant figure is 3. Next, 0.0250. These numbers represent significant figure. 0.02, 2000, significant figure is 1. It is without decimal point. 2000.0, significant figure is 5 over here. This is the significant figure. All the digits will be counted over here. Rules for significant figure. All non-zero digits are significant. Zeros between non-zeros are significant. Leading zeros are not significant. Trailing zeros after decimal point are significant. These are the rules for the significant figures. Next, methods to reduce errors. Use the properly calibrated instruments. Avoid parallax error. Take the repeated measurements. Use the average values. Record the readings carefully. Maintain the proper environmental conditions. Handle the instruments correctly. Importance of errors analysis is to improve the measurement accuracy, compare the experimental values, estimate the uncertainty, increase the reliability of experiments, improve the engineering design and quality control.